Hey, it's Mike. I am back here for the second video of today. The first video I just did, if you want to go back and check it out, was about digging the holes for the sweet cherry trees. This one is about something I touched on in that video, which is how are we going to fertilize if we're not using chemicals, we're regenerative, organic, better than organic, vegan, and zero chemical. How are we doing this? Well, you don't need to plant the plants with anything in there other than good native soil that's mixed in with some organic matter. But then, ongoing at the base of these trees, because we're planting fruit trees, that's what we're doing, okay? Here's our compost pile. This is it, the compost pile I was telling you about. We've been working on this since for almost a year now, I'd say. And you can see, even from this distance, what's in there, okay? Denise and I are huge compost, pineapple lovers. So what's in there? Pineapples. You see that? Actually, I wonder if I can flip. Yeah, I can flip this around, can I? Let me flip it around so you guys can see. All right. Sun's coming out. You can see the sun. We are in the shade. Actually, the shade is one of the best places to have a compost pile. And the reason why is because you want to have activity of all kinds of life, meaning earthworms and things. And if it's too hot and the sun's just beating down, because the sun is like the most powerful thing out there, it may be too much. All right, so let me give you a few pointers and let you know like kind of what we're doing too on our compost. As you can see, I kind of made it sound like it looks like a dead body, like someone's being composted in the ground, like these natural cemeteries, which are actually kind of cool. It's the most environmentally friendly way to go. Not cremation, but actually composting your body. There are cemeteries that do this. And by the way, the cemeteries do not have lush green lawns. They have forest settings like this. It's not totally native and natural, and you don't even notice that it's a cemetery, which is really cool. It's totally different paradigm. Anyway, this is producing compost for our sweet cherry trees and our sweet grapes. So we have all the pineapples. Now, a lot of the pineapple tops are whole because we ate them here at Mountain Ridge Farm, and I didn't want to cut them all up. It's very labor intensive to cut them all up. But a lot of them, you can see pieces over here, are cut up. Okay. One of the things I look out for is you don't want to have the labels on any foods, because a lot of these fruits, bananas and other things, mangoes, they all come with labels. You got to get them all off. I mean, it's not critical, but you just don't want that in there, you know, if you can avoid it. Ideally, you want all the glue off of it too, which residue leaves on the fruit on the outside of it, but sometimes that's super hard to get off, I know. But this has been happening, this has been going, okay, I'm recording this video in May of 2024. We started this when we closed on this property, Mountain Ridge Farm, in July of 2023. We started it. We were not here at all over the cold months, as we usually are in Florida during those times. I just noticed there's a pineapple top over there. I gotta go get that. But okay, this also, by the way, is a great food source for wildlife. It encourages wildlife to come on your property, especially at Mountain Ridge Farm up here at 4,000 feet above sea level. We don't have as much wildlife as you would think because there's not much for them to eat. They're smart. Animals are smart. They're not going to waste their time in areas that are hard to eat, find something to eat. But this, I think, serves a dual purpose on this property because we do have bears and stuff. So it's going to keep the animals and bears taking the easy way out, which is eating here, okay? Which is fine. They can eat here rather than trying to break in our house or tear down our fruit trees, okay? We don't want them doing that. We want them to take the easy way out. This is right here on the ground. I think everyone's like that, right? Work smarter, not harder. So this will help with that because we don't have a fence around our property or anything. We want to see all the wildlife. But again, if you don't want the wildlife to eat your crops and you don't want to have to do anything that's going to harm the wildlife, which we don't want to do, this is I think the way to go. Now we have also we don't have air conditioning here at our property at Mountain Ridge Farm. You don't need it because there's no summer up here. You need a heat at night, even during the summertime. So we build our fires. What I do is actually I find fallen branches throughout the woods here, and there are many fallen branches, as you can see, all over the place, okay? And I cut them up after they're dead, and we burn those. We are not cutting down any new trees. And then I take that after it's cooled, and it's kind of like a biochar, but not exactly. But I mix it, I layer that in. This is like a lasagna, okay? We've yet to break open the lasagna to start eating it. But once we plant our fruit trees, we'll start breaking into this and getting stuff off the bottom, ideally, because I'm not mixing it up, as you can see. And you can also see that this is the upside and this is the downside. I put these pineapple tops over here on the downside to kind of keep everything held up together. It kind of knits everything together so it doesn't all wash down the hill during a heavy rain, because we've had many heavy rains and you can see it is not washed down the hill. But you need to do this. You need to be very intentional about the way you do it. Over here, you see it. I know there's not any pressure for things to go off there, so I don't have a problem. And then I layer everything. You see, there's every kind of fruit, mostly all fruits in here. And by the way, I think this is going to make our cherries taste awesome, and grapes, I think, because so much depends on the soil quality, and what happens with your soil quality depends also on not only what you have, which we found Mountain Ridge Farm here, we probably have 12 inches of topsoil, close to it, all right, which is amazing. And then I'm mixing in other organic topsoil that I bought, and I'm going to mix in this. And these, we only eat fruits when they're fully ripe. And these pineapples, look how yellow these are. This stuff is fully ripe. It's a totally different product than non-ripe fruit. It's designed for human consumption. Now we got it composting in. We've cut all the insides out, but the outsides, which are also part of that ripe fruit, are going to go into our new fruit. So I'm really, excited to see what this is going to do, like how this is going to work out in our new fruit. And you can see we have lots of paper, tissues, and things that we use. I know probably the best thing to do is to use washcloths and wash them, but that's a whole washing process, which I'd rather not wash things if I don't have to. That throws microplastics and all kinds of stuff. Any kind of non-organic fibers get washed into our waters when you do that. I know the paper is not that great either, but it ensures that we're clean inside, washing these things over and over again, because ideally, if you other things besides paper to wipe things down, the only way you know it's clean is if you've just washed it and washed it correctly. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, that's why you see white paper in here. So we got white paper that we use, paper towels, tissues. You can even poop and pee in here. You can pee on your fruit trees too, directly, all right, at the base, because it's a fruit tree. Don't do this to your vegetables. These are long-term things that grow over a very long period of time, and these are techniques you can use. But like I said, you can do that poop and pee right in here, although we don't. Oh, actually, occasionally we have. Okay, we do. And then you want to dig from the way bottom, because like I said, I've got it layered. You can see there's all kinds of flying insects and bugs in here. There's not that much activity right now because at the beginning of the season, you see a lot more of insect and flying insects activity as we get more into the growing season, because these ferns have just popped out. Actually, they weren't even here a week ago. It's early in the growing season here, even though it's getting to be late May already. The growing season really is the summer around here. All right, what else am I going to tell you about this? Okay, yeah, we burn, for heating the house, we burn wood off the property that's dead, so I'm not cutting down new trees. We're burning it. And then I take the ashes and I'm layering it in here. And then I'm going to mix it together and take the bottom layers, actually, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. I'll probably have to scrape the top layer off and kind of dig into the bottom. I don't even know. I'll have to figure this process out. If you all know, I'm just learning this. Please let me know in the comments. Give me a thumbs up too, by the way. And please subscribe to this channel and give me all your helpful hints here on composting, because I don't know if this compost pile is going to get any bigger. Maybe it will. I think I'm just going to start using it now because it's been so long that some of the stuff down at the bottom, because you can see this stuff was really the oldest. It's really starting to get black. You see that? I'm gonna zoom in. Yeah, look at that. That stuff was created. There was nothing here but rocks. Can I zoom back out? How do I zoom back out? There we go. There was nothing here but almost bare rock in this. And like I said, it's shady, so we get the activity of the earthworms and things like that. And that's about it. Like I said, we're showing this to kind of give you some motivation, let you know what we're doing, how we're doing it, and that anybody could do this. And we may, like I said, have some events here. We don't know at this point in time. If you're interested, let us know. Also, you can give us thanks down here in the lower right. I think super thanks. There's a button down there. You can tip us commensurate with the amount of value you're getting off this video. You can also donate to our nonprofit, which is fully tax deductible US. We're a 501c3 at aPlantBasedDiet.org. You can give Venmo, PayPal, and Zelle. You can do it all that way. Or you can even donate real estate to us, because we're always looking to start up new projects. We are trying to show you that this is all possible. And even if it sounds like it's not, it is. It's more possible than ever. And I'm doing this live video here on the farm at 4,000 feet. So far, it hasn't even interrupted my signal, which is amazing. Sometimes I will get an interruption. I did earlier when I was recording about the cherry trees, but I think it all went in. And I'm trying to think, let me go get this pineapple, because see, I know the wildlife comes over here. Like I said, this is like another purpose of this out here. Don't keep it too close to your house, but keep it far enough away, but not too far to where you don't have to take a hike to get to it every time. Somebody dragged this thing here, okay? But that's fine. That means we're getting wildlife over here. A human did not do that. Humans would not take anything. An average human would look at this and say, what a bunch of waste. Put that in a landfill or something, which is the wrong thing. Okay, we want to use this as our compost. I'll give you different angles. You see how it's all, I've been, first Denise and I were just kind of randomly putting stuff down, but then I realized there's like a method to this. And like I said, in the middle is where all the good stuff is. The stuff on the top is the newest stuff. We have some more pineapples I need to mentioned earlier on the fruit. We don't want to see those, but you can see the scale of it. Well, here's my size 12 vegan boot. Okay, it's compared to the size of the compost pile. Yeah, there we go. You can see this is our scenery here. We are forest bathing here at Mountain Ridge Farm, and we are only planting. We see compost in the shade. There's plenty of shade areas. Okay, we are only planting in areas that are already kind of bare, where the land has kind of told us, it's great, you have trees all over this property. It's almost 20 acres that we have here of forest, which is really cool. And again, let us know if you're familiar with compost. Let us know any kind of techniques. The short summary is everything we eat basically. How do we get it here? You may wonder, because I talked to a neighbor today. I'm like, we got this big compost pile. I'm sure he's wondering, how in the world are you getting enough stuff to do that? Well, we keep glass jars in our, wherever we are, in our house that we happen to be at. We never stay very long in anywhere in particular. Let me flip this thing around to you so you can see me. Okay, we never stay for very long in particular at any one place, but these glass jars are in our car. Let me get the compost there so you can see it. These glass, they're airtight things that we get at the Container Store. I think they were like $20, something like that. And everything goes straight in there in the car. So we have like 8 glass containers. So we have different properties. This is only one property that we have where we have a project going right now. And whenever we're around this area, we drop off all the compost here. And we have other properties in other areas where when we're there, and you'll learn about these over time. Stick with us, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll see what we're doing. We've been doing a lot, okay? You just don't know it yet. And you will soon see, and we're gonna be doing more. And like I said, we're always looking for new opportunities. So if you are out there and have some land, we are looking for as many farming projects as we can possibly get together. Talk to us. We want to get something done on either your land or ideally, really something you can donate to our organization. We can reach an agreement as to how that's going to go in writing and into perpetuity, however you want to do it. That's what we want to do. We want people to constantly learn and be growing their own food. And we have to have these practical examples where folks can have the experience, not only see it, but take part in the experience as well if they want to. And I think that's about it for this video. So thanks for sticking with me. See us maybe on the health optimization cruise. That's something you can experience today. We're going to allow this into account, and you're going to hear more about our projects on there too, and from board certified lifestyle medicine physicians. All right, on our health optimization cruise. Where do you find out? You go to healthoptimizationcruise.org. All this is on our website at aPlantBasedDiet.org, which is down below. It's that link right down there, aPlantBasedDiet.org. All right, I'll see you. Bye.